Yeah, what up? It's your boy, Fallen Angel A&G. Trying this new shit, the Greg Blackson report, doing it live stream from Facebook this time. Next time I might try this shit from YouTube, but I'm gonna fuck with it from here. UFC 235. Anybody getting this motherfucking stream, then join in. I'm gonna have to find a way to connect Young Cheney up in this. Let me see if I could find him. Let me see. They ain't even letting me pick no motherfucking body. I'm trying to see how I could pick somebody being this shit. But Facebook, it hates me. Like it hates everything. Let's see. Bring a friend. Boom. It ain't letting me bring no goddamn friend. Facebook, I hate your guts. But we're going to talk about UFC 235. Greg Blackson report. From my perspective, the only perspective that fucking matter. That real shit. So, let me see what fight we want to talk about first. I'm going to talk about Diego Sanchez. Because he don't be on that hater shit. He always be supporting your boy for a long time in my career, Mickey Gall. How did I see that one? Alright, I feel like the mistakes were made in camp. So, Mickey Gall training with Joe Stitch 'em Up Schilling. Shout out to my boy Joe, And a lot of people don't know, as an athlete, my mom sitting there asked me why I'm up. She still ain't got these times down and shit, but we're going to have to get back to her. Like I was saying, a lot of people don't understand that you could lose a fight in camp. It sounds cliche, but it's real shit. You could lose a fight before the fight starts. So I'm going to tell you how that applies to this fight. So Mickey Gall, this is a jiu-jitsu guy. Brown belt, I believe. That's how he wins most of his fights. So you have this, and now you take the Joe Schilling element. And as you've seen, he goes into the fight, and he starts striking and striking and striking and striking. Then you have Dominic Cruz, John Anik, Joe Rogan, who I feel their commentary was fucked up all night, in my opinion. They're like, he's been training with Joe Schilling. He's an excellent striker. His striking has improved, blah, blah, blah. Striking is a lot more than throwing a punch, a knee, a kick, elbow. It's a lot more than throwing a technical punch, a kick, a knee, a elbow. Let's get that straight. True strikers can technically throw a punch, a kick, a knee, an elbow. They can technically play the game. They can technically brawl. Yes, there is a way to technically brawl. They know strategies, setups, feints, baits, traps. If you don't encompass all of this, to me, you aren't a great striker. You might be alright, but you have Mickey Gall, he got ahead of himself. And he's doing this and striking and striking and striking. And you have to know your opponents. Diego Sanchez is known for his vascular properties. He's known for his durability. And you're just striking full 100% on each strike, recklessly, with a person known for, once again, his durability and his vascular properties. That's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's exactly what happened. Disaster. If you look, you should never be exhausted after doing 5 minutes of doing shit in your goddamn life, outside of, like, if you're trying to hit like a 5-minute sprint or 5 minutes worth of burpees or some kind of like anaerobic exercise for too long. You should never be tired and exhausted in 5 minutes, and he was, and it all came from his game plan. He trained, which started with Joe Schilling. He got ahead of himself with the striking, brought it to the table, didn't assess his opponent correctly, went all out. If you look, there were way more missing than landing, burned himself out, and then led to his downfall. And then, on top of that, he has an inclination to play the game from the bottom with a person like Diego Sanchez, with a great top game and a black belt. So a higher belt, not that belts mean too much. I ain't a shit belt, and I didn't destroy a million black belts, but you playing the wrong game with the wrong person. So that's how I see that fight. You know, he did it to himself. He did it to his goddamn self. I'm still trying to see how I could get Young Chaney on this. Trying to see how I could get Young Chaney on this. We need Young Chaney on this. Get him up in here. That's who we need. That's who we be. My mom's saying I should be a commentator. I should be, because they suck, Mom. So, next fight on the Greg Blackson report, Johnny Walker, Misha Serkinov. That wasn't even a fight. You know, Johnny Walker, I like that dude, because good attitude. Haven't got to see much of him, though. You know, he just going in there smoking everybody. So I ain't really got nothing to report on him. Just saying I like the dude. I like where he's going. I like heavyweight division, and John Jones, there was never anybody I gave a damn about seeing fight John Jones, honestly, except for Gustafsson, and then he lost his goddamn mind. He started making money, don't even care no more. And then DC and Rumble, who's going, a goddamn bodybuilder smoking weed now. But Johnny Walker, I need to see him challenge more. He's intriguing, and Dominic Reyes, he's intriguing for John Jones potentially down the line. But let's get back to some analysis, since y'all want to hear that real shit. Greg Blackson report. We got Zabit Magomed Sharipov, Jeremy Stevens. I'm going to tell you like this. Jeremy Stevens got ripped off. So I've been saying it a long time. There's no sport in this damn world that makes money that there's not corruption in. I'll tell you like that. From the lowest level to the highest level, I got what? Like 62 fights or something like that, and 5 losses, and 4 of my losses ain't even losses. What do you think that is? That's politics. That's bullshit. You fight somebody in their hometown, you go to a decision, they likely to win. You fight somebody in their home country, you go to a decision, they likely to win. You fight somebody from a big gym, you from a small gym, go to a decision, they likely to win. You fight somebody that's a friend of somebody big, go to a decision, they likely to win. And also, in this case, if you're a person that's been around fighting a prospect, somebody that's hyped, and it goes to a decision, they most likely to win. Joe Rogan on this show has said that there's corruption in MMA. And all of a sudden everybody's like, what, really? I've been saying it forever. And everybody thought I was full of fucking shit. Just like I've been saying forever, everybody was on fucking steroids. They all on steroids. I even said on MMA Junkie, 90% on steroids. They was like, no, I don't know about that. Then Matt Sierra said it. Henzo said it. Bunch of people. All of a sudden people like, man, everybody on steroids. You got people getting caught for steroids, signing with UFC before they first fight. I'm going to let you think about that. But, so, I gave Jeremy Stevens round 1 and 3. The commentary for the fight was fucking outrageous. It was so bad. Jeremy Stevens, they were talking about Zabit, great footwork. Zabit's great combination. Zabit's creativity. I'll tell you the truth. Anybody really watching the shit, he looked off in this fight. Not on. Off. So let's get that straight. He looked worried about Jeremy's power. He was always on the back foot. And I don't care who you are. Nobody wants to play the game off the back foot. He was always on the back foot. And he looked apprehensive. So that's what that was. And they were crediting him for this. That's a credit more so to the threat that Jeremy is, and also the respect, the healthy respect, or some would say over, like too much respect, that's a bit had for him. That's one. Two, moving left and right only is not good footwork. That's not classified as good footwork. Watch your boxing. And he was getting away because of a lack of comprehension of Jeremy Stevens and how to stop a person from going left and right. Not because Zabit had good footwork. So let's clear that up for anybody that's going to watch this, especially on my YouTube. Let's clear that shit up right now. You can't follow a person left and follow a person right and cut them off. You have to box a person in. Oh, Coach Carrion. See, Coach Carrion, he didn't know what's up with this. But you can't follow a person left and right and cut a person off. That's not how you cut a person off, by following them. And then you also have to use your hands if you're going to cut a person off. If the person is always going to the left, you could throw something that direction. This little new kid in that I rescue trying to kill me in the middle of this. You could put something out there with your hands or a kick. Stop them from going that way. Get them going back to your power. You can't just follow them. So Jeremy Stevens, his deficit in that understanding is why Zabit was getting away. But I still think he won the fight. Think it was bullshit. I didn't think Zabit looked his best. I thought Jeremy did a lot right. I think the third round he definitely took. Thanks, Coach. You know you taught me all that. You and me watching a million fight videos. Got Carrion Fitzgibbons on here. I said it on MMA Junkie when I was working for MMA Junkie. Overall best striking coach that I've ever had, Carrion Fitzgibbons. You know, you find a lot of striking coaches that understand Muay Thai or Western boxing or Dutch kickboxing or American kickboxing. Carrion, he comprehends all levels, and he knows how to take the best of each striking art and put it together in a comprehensive package. And for MMA, you know, CSA out there in Dublin, go visit it. I got to get back there sometime too when I visit the States. Karen, you need to go international. Come. You kickbox. You already took over America with the kickboxing. You need to get out here, Thailand. It's a lot of people wanting some good gyms up in Chiang Mai. Forget Phuket. It's too tourist ridden. We need to. I'm trying to goad them into this right now. I'm trying to goad them in. So, you know, Jeremy Stevens won that fight. Go watch it again. Joe Rogan and them need to get their shit together. We're going to go to Ben Askren, Robbie Lawler. All right, I got to start this off. Why did Robbie Lawler go straight Perry fucking Saturn and hit the Death Valley driver on Ben Askren? You know what I mean? Big WWF fan. So anybody watch WWF, get with that. But, yeah, I was impressed. I was legitimately impressed. But Ben Askren, I've been wanting Ben Askren in the UFC for a long time. Everybody got this thing like, oh, can he hang with people on this level? Andrei Korshakov, great fighter from Russia, long, rangy, he has good footwork, technical striker, and Ben Askren blew through him. Then you got a person I've always wanted in the UFC, one of the biggest welterweights and most well-rounded welterweights that I feel could have been UFC champion or at least top like 3 for a very long time, Douglas Lima. And he destroyed him too. So the best fighters in the world ain't all in the UFC. Let's get that. Let's get that straight. Rising got a a lightweight from Azerbaijan, I believe, that I feel would kill a lot of UFC guys. But that's the fan misconception. That's what they want you to believe, you sheeple. But Ben Askren, he did his thing. I'm going to tell you, to me, it looked like the fight was starting to go downhill for Robbie Lawler because he was letting himself get grabbed like he burned himself out on that attack. And Ben Askren got a goddamn chin. Like he burned himself out on that attack and he was getting grabbed and everything. Then he got taken down. And if you watch any Ben Askren fight, when he get people down, they generally don't get up. But I'm going to tell you guys something. He took the back with the over-under, took his left arm out to make Robbie feel like he can roll, and already planned the bulldog choke off the roll. That's gangster shit. That's gangster shit. And then everybody's like, but the bulldog choke, it was controversial. I'm going to tell you, I watched it. Herb Dean, shout out to Herb Dean. We used to always party at my after parties. Shh, don't tell nobody. But I don't feel it was as controversial as people make out, because his arm was up and it dropped in a manner that I've only seen arms drop if somebody's like passed out. I feel he was passed out. Then people say, oh, he started protesting right away. Yeah, people can get choked, and as soon as you let go and the blood go back, they back to normal. I find Anderson Silva's top student. I knocked him clean the fuck out, and as soon as he hit the ground, his eyes came back, and he was looking right at me and fighting again. It was the weirdest shit. But it can happen. Solid win for Funky Ben. That's his style. Robbie Lawler. Now he needed footwork. He backed straight up to the cage. Can't do that with a guy like that just want to grab you. But Ben Askren knows how to cut people off too. So easier said than done. Not too much to analyze about that fight. Kamal Usman, Tyrone. God fucking damn it. What happened, people? What happened? So, alright, I can't be filled with hatred because it's the Greg Blackson report. So, everybody gonna say, hey, I want that real shit, Greg Blackson. So, I gotta give you that real shit. T. Wood, why did it go downhill like that? Number one, hubris. Let me just use another word for that in case people don't know. Pride. So, I come from a family, many don't know, full of people, psychologists, sociologists, doctors, nurses, all the government workers, all that shit. I always analyze the mind first. T. Wood was saying, I'm Division 1. He was Division 2. And I'm speaking of wrestling people, D1, D2. There's a big difference between Division 1 and 2. It's worlds apart. He can't hang with me. Mistake number 1, comparing collegiate wrestling to MMA wrestling. Once you look at it that way, you're miscalculating something. Mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, he can't do shit to me. I didn't fight all styles. I fought Darren Till. True. Darren Till, big, rangy, southpaw, which is a complete opposite stance, karate type. I fought Wonder Boy. Tall, rangy, karate. I fought Damian Maya. Short, southpaw, jiu-jitsu guy. So in case you ain't following the second mistake of hubris here, he's never fought an ambidextrous, slightly taller, bigger, well-rounded wrestler. I can't even think of a wrestler that T. Wood fought off the top of my goddamn head since, like, Koscheck near the end of his career and Jay Heron. So, Dean Thomas, shame on goddamn you. You can't let people get ahead of themselves like that. Because if you believe something and somebody shows you that your beliefs are unfounded, shit is going to go downhill for you real fast once your mind crashes. So that was, he fucked up right then and there. Then let's talk about stylistically. Usman is a guy who intelligently pressures forward every fight. If anybody watches T. Wood, he always goes back in a straight line. Always goes back in a straight goddamn line. So you want to take an intelligent pressure fighter with a person who goes back in a straight line. It's a recipe for disaster. Add that to the two technical and mental errors, and the fight played out in a way that's not even surprising to Greg Blackson. Maybe it surprised Dominic Bipartisan Cruz or John Anik or even the legend himself and the only person damn near equal to Greg Blackson, Joe Rogan. But nah, it played out how I thought it was going to play out. I thought that Woodley would land a few more shots, but I thought he would lose, and he lost. Now, let's talk about John Jones and Anthony Smith. God fucking damn it. Anthony. No, I want to talk about Anthony Smith corner. What's his name? Mark Montoya. I'm going to tell you, I've been watching Anatomy of a Fighter. I like Mark Montoya. He seemed like a real cool guy, real good philosophy, all this. But goddamn it, you can't just tell a fighter to turn on your goddamn lion heart, to go out there and take what's yours, to go out there and fight, blah, blah, blah. And I know somebody going to watch this and say, well, Greg Blackson, what would you have told him? You think you know it all. Correction, I don't think I know it all. I know it all. What would I have told him? John Jones is going southpaw. Keep the left foot outside of his lead leg. John Jones is reaching his hand out to grab yours. Do not grab his hand. Touch and go. That's what you do with a southpaw when they're doing that. Touch and go. Push the hand down. Left hook right straight. Feint singles to the forward leg. Inside leg kicks. Right body kicks. Right head kicks. That's it. Don't back up in a straight line. Forward pressure. Because guess what? When you forward pressure, and he can't throw all those kick variations that he was throwing. Fact. And if he does, he's going to be off balance and open for counters. When he kicks, you punch. When he punches, you kick. That's what Greg Blackson would have told him. That's the advice I would have gave. Then he's on the fence, just sitting there, like, cornerman, somebody, and I'm going to tell you, every motherfucker getting tired. I got to go back to that Sabit fight. They was talking about, like, who was it, Dominic fucking Cruz? Oh, he's not tired, but he's not even breathing hard. Let me give you a lesson on physiology, since that was my shit in college. Breathing hard ain't the only indication of being fucking tired. There's various ways of being tired. You can be tired in a muscular sense as well. You can tell Zabit was tired because he was moving in a more labored way, and right after Cruz said this, Zabit was looking up at the clock. You ain't gonna look up at the clock and shit if you ain't goddamn fucking tired. So, you know, I hate everybody. But, you know, that's what I would have been telling Anthony Smith if Greg Blackson was in his corner. And another thing, fighters, let me tell you like this. I'm like 307 fucking years old. Nobody's ever out cardioed me in like 60 fucking 1, 2, 3 fights, however many fucking fights I've had now. And most of them, they've given me late notice trying to rip me off. Why? I'm not throwing a goddamn ball and running with a parachute and pushing a fucking sled and flying in the back glider and shit like this and Road work. Road work. That's it. That's it. Let me say it again. That's it. Anybody want to fuck with this metabolic fitness, get at me. I do personal training on and offline. So that's the Greg Blackson report, how I look at these fights. UFC 235. Everybody know you can hit that .com/ Fallen Angel 510. That's for Facebook, where y'all at now. Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. Get at that. Check out my music. If you ain't, and YouTube. If you ain't subscribing and following all my shit, you a goddamn fool. And you ain't my people. I ain't friend with nobody that ain't following my shit no more. And the most important thing, patreon.com/ Fallen Angel 510. You know, anybody that got that true love, even if you could get $5 a month, help support my fight career. Help support my music. Oh, look at this. Meow. And you see him? That is another rescued animal. I got hashtag Goon Pet Foundation on Instagram. Me and my family have been rescuing animals for years, for well over a decade. We have about 20 animals in-house, rescued, well-fed, well-kept, saved, all the nursing and everything taken care of, and then other animals that we can't, because we can't house all of them. We take them in, you know, and we feed them. We always go check on them, feed them, get them medical if they need, and everything, all on our own dime. And I found a new place in Thailand. They have 1,200 dogs that they just cannot feed, and I'm trying to raise a lot of money for it to fly there, shoot a video, and just help. So that's my next big goal. But support all this. Please join that. And anybody that game, twitch.tv/ Trill Talk TV. That's TRILL. So that's the Greg Blackson report. See y'all next time.